I will, of course, update you on the situation we have in New South Wales. As you're all aware, there was a case we spoke about yesterday of a guard acquiring the virus through the hotel quarantine system. We're relieved to say this morning that there aren't any further cases of community transmission. There were more than 8,000 people tested, notwithstanding it was over the weekend. We're pleased about those numbers and encourage anybody with the mildest of symptoms to come forward, but also encourage everybody to make sure they take on the health advice, and Dr. Chant will provide further details about some venues and other precautions we're taking to make sure we contain this most recent outbreak. I wasn't commenting yesterday on this, but I will say that whilst it's always concerning to have a case anywhere outside of overseas travellers, it is not surprising. We always know that it is a high risk, and it validates our position of making sure we vaccinate all of our hotel quarantine workers first and foremost to minimise the risk. We always know it's a risk of the virus seeping out. Pleasingly to date, there is no evidence of widespread transmission, but of course we know how dangerous the various types or strains of the virus can be, and health is doing everything they can to make sure we remain on top of it, and Dr. Chant will provide further details. I also wanted to provide an update on the vaccine rollout in New South Wales. Pleasingly, we reached our target. We've vaccinated just over 35,000 people with the Pfizer vaccine and nearly 2,500 people with the AstraZeneca vaccine. So in total, just over 37,500 people have been vaccinated in New South Wales in the first 3 weeks, which is a very pleasing result. And today, of course, we start the next 3 weeks, and we're aiming to have 80,000 jabs take place in New South Wales over the next 3 weeks. Of that, 35,000 will be the second of the first jab. So obviously with the Pfizer vaccine, you need to get the second jab 3 weeks later. So over the next 3 weeks, those people who receive the Pfizer vaccine will get their second jab. And there'll also be 45,000 people getting the vaccine for the first time. Out of that 45,000 getting it for the first time, 30,000 will be the AstraZeneca vaccine and the balance will be the Pfizer vaccine. Pleasingly today, we also start the rollout in our regional centres and hubs. We'd identified 99 hubs and spokes throughout rural and regional New South Wales that would be having access to the vaccine for our key health workers and other high-risk individuals that are working in and around our health system. And Minister Hazzard will provide further detail of what's available from today and then what's likely to occur in the next few weeks.